I hope you're doing well today. I hope you have nothing but good fortune, good health, a positive mindset, and a strong vision for the future. What y'all think, bro? Y'all rocking with the retwist, bro? I got the do-rag on because, I gotta let the moisture, you know what I'm saying? But, am I fresh? Let me know. Is it really possible to be free in the modern world? When you think about it, right? There are very few avenues that can lead you to true, genuine freedom. The only way to really be free is in your mind. The way that you perceive the world dictates your level of freedom. Because even if you think about it, the money that you have, you need a large amount of it to be able to truly be free and to have experiences. Think about your number, right? How much money would it genuinely take you to live a life where you say, okay, I am financially free. Like, I am free to do what I want, right? Once you have the money for it, do you have the time for it, right? There are people who work in these big jobs like doctors, like high level doctors, high government, you know what I'm saying? People who make money, but they are not free, right? They have responsibilities that govern a whole group of people. And for them to have any semblance of freedom, they have to sacrifice so much of their time. Freedom to me is the ability to do what you want, when you want, whenever you want to, right? And having the ability to just, leave work early or something, that's not really freedom. We live in a huge planet, and anywhere in the world is the potential for you to explore. That's true freedom. But a lot of people will never get there, right? And I think a lot is an understatement. I would wager to say, honestly, like more than 80% of the population will never be or experience true total freedom, just because it's very hard to achieve, right? Even if you become a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, your level of freedom is capped at your environment. True freedom is a very high bar to achieve, right? And there's only two directions you can take to achieve it. You either give up everything or you gain everything, right? There's no in between. Maybe the definition of freedom is choice more than experience, right? Being able to decide what you do with your time is much more liberating than having all the time in the world. It does come down to responsibility too. Like, there are certain avenues and career paths and income streams that do not allow you any freedom at all. So being able to move away from that and decide, what you want to truly do I think it's worth it, because you never know what can pan out of it. I don't really have a strong structure for this video, I'm not gonna lie, but I've just been thinking a lot about like actually achieving freedom and what that genuinely looks like. A lot of people are under the impression, I feel, that freedom is about wealth and materialism. And I don't think that's the case. I think if you really want to be free, you have to learn to reject those things, because the less you desire, the more you have. It's a weird polarity or opposite or whatever. Dichotomy? Is it called the dichotomy? I don't know. It's a weird contrast. The less that you want, the more that you have. Maybe the goal isn't to do everything, right? Maybe the goal is to choose what you do. And maybe that's enough, because if you look at the grand scheme of things, your time frame is very short. Be more authentic to who you are, because if you're choosing to do things you don't want to do and you do have an exit strategy, then you might as well reconsider your options and give yourself the ability to at least give it an effort, to at least try, right? So many people let their dreams die just from a lack of effort. There are a lot of people who are like, oh, I'll take YouTube, for example, bro. There are a lot of people that want to start a YouTube channel and they just don't. They just choose not to. And it's not even for a particularly good reason. Sometimes they'll literally get the steps started. They'll do everything else but make the videos. Like, they'll buy the camera, they'll get the tripod, they'll get the mic, and then they just don't make a channel. Even if other areas of your life are controlled by others, right? Maybe you have a job that you need to clock into. Maybe your schedule just doesn't allow for it, whatever. But at the end of the day, You need to decide what you do with what you can, right? If you have a little bit of time, make that decision, because you never know what it could pan out to. So anyways, watch this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you tomorrow.